This cat's a prime critter that just about everyone will bring for future metal levels. Despite his seemingly low initial 5% crit chance, he at this point is good for finding the occasional metal or in general circumstances if we're talking about when you first get him. Level 20. Cat sort of keeps his 5% crit chance, but he gains a boost to both attack power and health. By this point, for generalist usage, he'd suck, but against metals, he's probably going to be literally your only option for wiping them out. Level 30. Catasarus gains twice the HP and attack power by level 30 and a 7% crit chance, and he's still going to be your main metal critter, though he's still totally unusable in general situations due to its range, DPS, knockback count, and cost. Catasarus maxed. At 50 plus 80 with maximum talents, he gains 54k HP or 18k HP per his 3 KBs and 5.8k DPS. His crit chance goes from 7% to 12%, he gains a 50% KB resistance and a constant from 525C to 375C. Overall, these talents are meant to simply make him better at what he's already supposed to do, and with the overkill of 50 plus 80 and his 375C cost, he can slightly extend outside of just being a critter. Versus metals. Naturally, a unit that can possibly, at a high for this niche, 12% chance do 12k damage against metals is just insane. That's enough to one-shot every single common metal enemy assuming they're at 100% magnification, and enough to two-shot Sir Metal Seal. Plus, given his very solid HP, good survivability, and the fact that he outranges every single one of them, there's no way that he's not going to wipe out basically all metal threats that you have to face. And this isn't even putting into account the crit chance up cat combos you can get. Outside of rare scenarios, he's just going to be your best critter no matter what, especially with his super low 375C cost. His KB resistance only comes into play against Super Metal Hippo, as Catasarus only outranges him by 10, and it'd probably do a good job at keeping him on top of that hard pusher. Versus General. A unit that has 54k HP, 5.8k DPS, and 180 range, and a cost of 375C would probably be usable in some scenarios generally, at least as a secondary meat shield if anything else, since these stats aren't anything to play around with. His only weakness is the fact that he's single target. Point is, if you want to, you can really make him work. His 3 knockbacks and his solid survivability only exist when fighting metal enemies though, since all common metals have lower range values than him, meaning that he'll always have a chance to keep trying to get those 12% crit chances off on them. So if you add him at this level, then that'd be something to keep in mind, as in general situations, he may have the same issue as someone like Axe or Viking, as in he won't really be able to get that high DPS value off, depending on who he's fighting due to that knockback count and range value. Is he solid? Without a doubt, yes. A 375C unit with 5.8k DPS and 54k HP is absolutely crazy already, but he's also a critter. He's definitely going to wipe out any metal enemies you have to face, and in general situations, like if you accidentally bring him into a loadout, or in stages without metals, he's still going to be a great melee unit with a chance to deal double damage. So really, his 5.8k DPS value is just assuming that he never crits. Either way, even though your Catasarus isn't at 50 plus 80, aside from maybe one guy who's watching, investing in his talents will help you out a ton anyway when fighting metals. Definitely a top priority unit, and when pushed to his max, it becomes too powerful for the type he was created to counter. Viking. As one of the